Hello everyone. Today we are going to draw and paint a mermaid in watercolors. Let's start from sketching the face. I'm making a wide U shape for the face like this over here. I have left at least 5 finger space from the top. And then I add its neck here in the middle. Now start by drawing the shoulders over here. They go down and then they change the direction a little bit and add its body like this. Join it from both the sides this way and form a thin V at the bottom. Okay, it's like it's wide at the top, and as it goes down it becomes thinner and thinner, forming to a small point at the bottom. Now over here add its top and the line for the waist. Her other hand here. I'll correct this up a little, make it a little thinner and join it this way. I'll fix its shoulder as well a little. Pay attention to the sketching in this picture because it's a little bit different from the ones that we have been making. It's a human, so we have to take care of its shoulders, its arms, the length of the arm as well. Now at the bottom over here you make ovals like this. Ovals that are more like water drops, I'll say, and they overlap each other as well. Next I'll make its hair this way. Now make a wavy line like this and a wavy line from the other side as well and join them. Now I'll draw the back side of the hair. This is behind the scalp, behind the head of the mermaid. Now I'm drawing a line for the nose, for the mouth, and a line where the eyes are resting. Draw U shape for the eyes and add its eyelashes this way. Next we'll make the crown of the mermaid like this and join it over here. Now start adding some lines on the hair as well, this way. Now add the neckline of the top, and over here the design on its bottom as well, on its tail. Now draw an inverted U shape which is again wide for the jellyfish and join it using a wavy line like this. Make sure that its center wave is going a little bit down, that is protruding outwards, and now its long hands this way. Using lines, make wavy lines for the hands. Again, we'll add the eyes, nose and mouth for the jellyfish as well, just the way we added it for the mermaid. Make U shape like this. In this case, the U shape are facing at different directions, and add its eyelashes, its crown, and that's it. We are done with our jellyfish. Okay, once we are done with the sketch, we'll start by applying tape on all over the 4 sides. I'm using masking tape for this, and make sure you're masking 1 centimeter from all the 4 sides. This will give us a beautiful even border. Once I've made the mark of 1 centimeter on all the 4 sides, I'll start applying the tape like this on all the 4 sides. Okay, once you're done masking the paper, take an eraser and make the pencil light for the mermaid over here. I'm not completely erasing it, but I'm making the graphite light so that when I paint, the line of the pencil disappears. Now we'll start by coloring the hair of the mermaid. I'm using yellow ochre color for this. Take a watery amount of this mixture and add it on its hair. Make sure it's not too watery and you have ample amount of pigment as well. It's a watery color, but it's also bright if you look at the shade that we have on paper. You don't have to create light or dark shades, you just have to simply add a layer of color all over the paper, all over this area. Okay, now that I'm done with one layer of paint, I find that it's very light. So using the ochre color, I'm adding another layer of paint all over the hair. Now take light green color and add it for the tail of the mermaid. You can also mix this color by mixing lemon yellow with green. You will get this beautiful fresh green color that I'm using for its tail here. Now I'm using sap green color for this part of the tail. It's a watery color and I'm adding it like this. Make sure it's even, you don't have any spots as well over here. I'll be painting every alternate drop part of the tail this way, so that when it's dry, when I'm adding the next drops that are beside them, it looks like they are overlapping. You'll get to see the magic. Just wait and be patient and paint with me. Okay, so for this part, I'm using viridian green color and I'm using a very dark, thick amount of this pigment here for the top. Time you paint the top, the bottom part of the tail will be dry. So now take the same sap green color and very slowly, very lightly paint this way. As you can see, the area where the watercolor has layered up, it has formed a beautiful transparent effect. This is what we were looking for this part. Now we'll use cherry red color for the crown here. You can mix this color by mixing vermilion and crimson together. First, I add a very watery base of this color. Then I take a very dark amount of this pigment and I add it over here this way, making it dark. Now use scarlet color for the jellyfish here. I'm taking dark amount of this color and painting the head of the jellyfish in the stone. Now using a watery amount of vermilion color for this area here. first make the lines like this, and then using a watercolor you fill in this area. Be very careful because the head might be still wet, so we don't want to blend the lines or want the color of the head to bleed into this lower part here. Next we'll use yellow color for the crown of the jellyfish. I'm using yellow ochre for this. Now we'll mix skin color for the mermaid. Mix yellow ochre with a little bit of crimson and add a very watery amount of this color on her face, her hands and her waist. Next, use a very watery amount of cobalt blue color for the base over here for the background of this mermaid, and make sure you're using a good brush. Please do not color over the mermaid or the jellyfish. So make sure that you are painting from one side. Do not start from both the sides as I did, because it will become very difficult to manage and you might leave some patches. So what I did is from the other side I blurred the edges so that even if it dries out it will not form patches. And on the right side I'm very slowly working over here with the light blue color, and once I'm done with this side I will slowly move towards the other side. So once we are done with the painting part, now is time for the markers. My markers have a very thin point, so make sure you're using the same as well. I'm using orange color for making the lines for the hair over here. Now I'll use red marker for the lines of the jellyfish here. Using a black marker, outline its crown. Now using the black marker, outline all the things that I'm outlining on the paper right now. The hair, the face, the dress, the eyes, the nose and mouth, the jellyfish and everything. Notice the areas that I am outlining using the black marker and the areas that I am not outlining using the black markers. using the light blue sketch pen, make circles over here for the bubbles and water. These bubbles are in different sizes and notice how they do not touch the line. The point from where they start and all the way to the other side, I am leaving a white space in between, a blank space in between. That's it, we are done with our picture. Now comes the most satisfying part of any painting, and that is removing the masking tape. Remove the masking tape slowly, don't rip off the paper. If you think it's ripping off the paper, then remove the masking tape from the other end. And that's it, we are done with our picture.